Alright guys, good morning. I've been asked to provide a little more insight on 10.1 and 10.2. So up here is more of a 10.2 centric topic, but I wanted to go through that real quick, and then so we'll do the 10.2 first, and then we'll go back and hit the 10.1. So for 10.2, we need to know about rational exponents. All right, I think we may have talked about those before we left. If not, they're pretty simple. I mean, we treat them like any other exponents. It's just that the fraction has a special meaning. And so if we take some number or variable to the 3/4 power, what we are doing is cubing that variable and taking the fourth root of it. And so it's always power over index. And index is what we call the number or the power of our root. And so that's what I have over here. So like if, the square root that we all know and love has an index of 2. The cube root would have an index of 3. This guy has an index of 4, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and jump in. If we have issues with exponent laws, like how we actually use exponents, that is like a 5th grade, 6th grade topic. So please go find a YouTube video on it. There are tons of them, but this is where I'm going to start. So I've picked out a number of problems from 10.2 that I was going to... All right, sorry about that. Some stupid person randomly called me. All right, so our first problem that I wanted to talk about was e to the 8 times e to the 0 times e to the -6. So this guy should just be really easy. We have all the same bases. Since we have all the same bases, our exponents should add. And so essentially we would get e to the 8 plus 0 minus 6. So 8 plus 0 minus 6 equals 2. And so we will get e squared. Let's see, the next one I wanted to talk about was this guy. So we got 7x to the 4th y cubed z, and then that whole thing is squared. So remember, if we have an exponent out here, it's going to multiply to the exponents inside. And so even if we don't have an exponent, so remember this 7 has an understood exponent of 1, and that z has an understood exponent of 1. So we're going to multiply all of these by 2, which is going to give us 7 squared, x to the 8, y to the 6th, z squared. And so the only thing we need to do here is adjust. We know what 7 squared is, so that's going to give us 49. X to the 8th, y to the 6th, z squared. And so that guy right there should be our answer. And I know some of these are probably reviewing exponent laws, but hopefully that's enough for us. All right, so onward to our first rational exponent. I chose 10,000 to the 1/4. And so this, remember, is saying 10,000 to the first power, so we're not doing really anything with the power, and to the 4th root. And so we could look at this as the 4th root of 10,000. So I know lots of us do not like the roots, but we can just as easily decompose this one. We can divide by 2, and that would give us, I don't know, this is going to take the whole board because, where'd my eraser go? Oh, there it is. So if we need another video on explaining how to do this, let me know. But it's really not too bad, especially when it's 10,000. 10,000 is just 10 to the 4th power. And so if it's the 4th root, then this guy would cancel this guy, and so our answer would just be 10. So 10,000 to the 1/4 is the same thing as the 4th root of 10,000, which is just 10. And sorry, apparently my daughter appears to be very pissed at something. All right, so let's look at three more, sorry. So the other one I had picked was 9 to the 3/2. So just remember, oh, wow, it almost even looks the same. This is going to be 9 to the 3rd power square root. So 9 to the 3rd power is 729, I believe. Let's see, 81 and 9. Yeah. So this is going to equal the square root of 9 cubed. And so remember, 9 cubed could be expressed as the square root of 9 squared times 9, right? And so we could redo this. 9 squared would give us 9, and then this would be square root of 9, and so this would give us 9 times 3, which is 27. So started with 9 cubed in the square root. 9 cubed can be represented as 9 squared times 9. 9 squared you can take the square root of and get 9. Square root of 9 is 3. And so our answer here is 27. So if we check ourselves, if we square 27, we should get 729. So 27 squared, hey, is 729. So we're good to go. All right. Let's look at this guy. 3/8 to the -2. So if we don't remember our exponent rules, remember negatives mean we flip whatever it's on. So here, let me use a small corner real quick. So if I had a to the -2, this would be 1 over a squared, right? But since we have the whole fraction that has the negative on it, oh, this is what I want to erase. Jesus, I hate this board. It's going to flip our fraction, so this is going to be equal to 8/3, and we're going to square it. So now we just square both. 8 squared is 64, 3 squared is 9, and so our answer there is 64/9. Okay. I think that about covers everything I wanted to talk about. Hopefully that helps you out some. And if you have more questions or you need more help when you get further into exponents, let me know. Hope this helps. Have a good one.